Hi guys, hey, it's Danny Grace. Let me know if you can hear me. I am trying out these earbuds and we're actually at a conference and there are a lot of ducks around, like a lot. They think I have food. I don't have any food, but they're trying to come say hello. So anyway, I hope you can hear me. I hope my signal is good enough. I hope that all makes sense. But today I really want to talk about this idea and this question that I get all the time, which is not drinking really more fun? Because, you know, the Sober Curious movement would have you think, oh yeah, not drinking is more fun. It's amazing. It's like the best thing since sliced bread. It's incredible. Everything is so great about not drinking. So the question is not drinking really more fun? And if you are someone who has recently taken a break from alcohol or tried the alcohol experiment, which again, you guys, it's free at alcoholexperiment.com. You should totally do it with us. But if you tried the alcohol experiment, comment and say like, yeah, it's totally more fun, or no, you know, it wasn't more fun. Like, just be honest about what your experiment was. Let me know. But the question I want to answer today, what I want to talk about is this idea, is not drinking more fun? So I'm going to do what I normally do, and I'm going to approach this from a few different angles. First of all, my own story, which is I remember so vividly thinking, like, how does anybody even have fun without drinking? I remember my parents weren't big drinkers and I just didn't get it. Like, not even big drinkers, they just didn't drink. And I was like, as soon as I discovered alcohol, I was so certain that it was so fun. And it was something that I was certain of. I like to say that I was as certain of it as I'm certain that the sky is blue. I was just like, unbelievable to me that you would have as much fun if you weren't drinking. Prophecy, which made me even more certain that drinking was the thing that was so much fun. It was just this cycle, and I couldn't even accept the idea that maybe not drinking would be just as fun. So I was so afraid of not drinking. I felt like it would be literally robbing the joy from my life. I felt like everything I did was enhanced by alcohol, and there was just so much that I didn't know at the time. So I want to share some emotions between the alcohol and the activity that again proved to myself that, oh my gosh, drinking is so much fun. And when I tried to not drink, I was always doing it with this pretense of, poor me, I don't get to drink. And this belief, whether it was a belief I was thinking consciously or whether it was a subconscious belief, my belief was, this isn't going to be as much fun if I'm not drinking. Case in point, every time I had to be the designated driver, I would go into that evening thinking, okay, well, tonight's a wash. It's not going to be that much fun. And over, it was like proving to myself that it was the alcohol that was the fun. Okay. And then I did something that was totally new and totally different, is I let go of the fear for a minute and I got curious. And that, my friends, is the crux of the alcohol experiment. If you haven't done it yet, it's totally free. I want you to join us. It's alcoholexperiment.com. Try it. You have nothing. Things started to be interesting and fun, even if I wasn't drinking. And I started to decouple that relationship that I had between every single activity I had been doing in my adult life and booze. And I started one by one to decouple them and be like, okay, what's it going to be like to be at a sporting event without a drink? What's it going to be like to be at a wedding without a drink? What's it going to be like to be on vacation without a drink? We've gone to 2 all-inclusive vacations without drinking. And not only is it more fun, like, there are things that happen that I didn't realize. So one thing alcohol does really well is it numbs your brain, right? So it actually slows down your ability to think. And there's a lot of like neuroscience behind what exactly it does with your synapses and stuff like that you can learn. And again, if you want to learn more of the details of that, join me in the alcoholexperiment.com. It's totally free, 30-day challenge, but it slows down your ability to think. And in the moment, if you're having a really stressful day, that temporary numbing of your thoughts or like slowing down of your brain can provide some relief, and that relief can masquerade as fun. One of the things that being alcohol free does is it forces you to learn ways to actually handle your stress and emotions. And so it's kind of the difference between having, you know, just this repetitive cycle of a stressful day. Alcohol is a switch to turn off my stress, creates more stress in the morning. I feel bad. I have another stressful day. I do it over and over and over again. You interrupt that, you take away alcohol, and all of a sudden you're in a situation where, like, a stressful day, okay, what is this stress coming from? Is it that presentation I didn't get done? Is it the fact that my kids are not listening to me? what do I need to do? What do I need to change? And to actually solve the problem. It's like mind blowing. I didn't realize that, you guys, most of the stuff we're dealing with is solvable. But because I was numbing myself with alcohol, I was never solving it. And guess what? When you remove the stress, yeah, life gets more fun. It really gets more fun, right? And when you decouple all of your feelings of like, oh my gosh, it's so not fun to even go to a barbecue without drinking, you get rid of that belief and you go to that barbecue with curiosity. And maybe you're gonna have a crappy time, maybe you're gonna have a good time, maybe it's gonna be a period of adjustment, maybe things are gonna be weird, who knows? But you go to that and all of a sudden you open up the possibility that it could be fun. Wow, everything starts to shift and everything starts to change. Because not only does alcohol numb your brain so that you don't actually deal with or solve the things that are creating the unfun aspects of your life, but alcohol also like totally homogenizes your life. Homogenize makes it the same. So I'll tell you something, it feels the same to be drunk on a vacation, even if it's all inclusive. It feels the same to be drunk at home in front of Netflix. It feels the same to be drunk at the hockey game I was at, or at the concert I was at, or at the sporting event, or at the pool, or at the baby shower, or at the funeral, or at the bachelorette party. It feels the same. So one of the things that not drinking has done is it has added this like crazy rich variety and texture into my life. And yeah, some of it is not fun, of course, but the fun stuff is so much more fun because I can actually feel it. Alcohol numbs your senses. Your senses are how we experience the world. Like that's like your sense of feel. Like it literally numbs your sense of feel, your sense of taste. It numbs your taste bud. There's studies about that. It numbs your ability to like just experience. And imagine how much less fun sex is going to be if your sense of feeling is numb, right? Just to throw that out there as a total aside. I'll leave that one there for you. But the truth is that when you numb your senses, you can't experience life as it was meant to be experienced. So is there going to be an adjustment period? Yes. Is it a huge change? Yes. Are you going to need to absolutely have a mindset shift? Yes. Because if you go into your life thinking, no, this is going to suck without a drink, it will suck without a drink. Why? 99% because you told yourself it was going to suck without a drink. I have done the same things. Pregnant, telling myself everything was going to suck because I just had to get through this pregnancy without drinking. Everything did suck. Choosing consciously through all the mindset shift I offer you in the alcohol experiment, which is again totally free at alcoholexperiment.com. If you have not joined me, join me. But through that, going through that whole experience, going into the same situations and having a totally different experience because I didn't have the belief that it was going to suck without a drink. I didn't have the belief that alcohol was the only thing making it fun. So I'm going to leave you with one last idea. But again, if you haven't yet, I want you to join me at thealcoholexperiment.com. And the last idea is just, when was the last time you went to a concert or a sporting event and you got home and you're just like, man, that beer, that was just the best beer. Like, that's not what you talk about. You get home and you talk about the drummer, or you talk about the goal, or you talk about the conversation. And that should just show you, just because we've tangled alcohol up in all of the things that we humans do for pleasure, doesn't mean that alcohol is the key to that pleasure. And when you untangle it and you put the curiosity into your own life to say, is it more fun? Amazing things start to happen and you start to prove it to yourself. And that's what the alcohol experiment is all about, is experimenting your own life to prove to yourself how much fun you can have without alcohol and making your own decisions, because it doesn't matter my opinion. It doesn't matter anyone else's opinion. Thank you guys so much for putting your opinions in here. Thanks, Kate. Thanks. Hi everybody. So good to see you. But it doesn't honestly matter what we think. It just matters what you think and what's happening in your life. Oh, Dawn, congratulations on day 1. That's so great. Just scroll through some of these comments. Hey, AJ. Hey, Sina. Hey, Mike. Hey, Kristen. Hey, Pam. Yay. Hey, from San Diego. I'm in San Diego. That's so awesome. I'm at a conference. So thank you guys so much for joining me. And yeah, it's really to make your own decision. But the truth is, if we cripple ourselves, I decided ahead of time that alcohol wasn't going to be any fun. I proved it to myself over and over. And when I replaced that judgment with curiosity, everything really started to change. So again, if you haven't yet, don't forget to join me free 30-day challenge. Every day I give you videos and emails and really help to shift your mindset at thealcoholexperiment.com. All right, great day. If you asked me about the one thing that makes this Naked Mind so different from anything else, I would have to say emotion. It is the emotion that people feel when they're really ready to make a change, when they've had that mindset shift, when they've gone through all the materials and the methodology, and they get this feeling that it's not that they never get to drink again, it's that they never have to drink again. And interestingly, according to all sorts of new research, it is emotion, especially positive emotion, more than anything else that predicates how long a change will stick, how long it will last. It is emotion. When you feel excited about the change in your life, when you feel thrilled that you're making this new difference, instead of feeling deprived or like you're missing out, everything changes. And it really makes it that this Naked Mind can stick for the long term. If you want to know more about how to truly change your emotion around drinking, I want you to join me at nakedmindpath.com. It is the path to changing your emotion, changing your feelings, and really finding freedom in your relationship with alcohol. And as always, rate, review, and subscribe to this podcast, as it truly helps the message reach somebody who might need to hear it today.